Welcome to Reject the Now, the podcast for two old souls who are just done with everything new and woke. If you ever wanted to scream at your screen when someone says woke, inclusive, or triggered, this is the place for you. Reject the Now is your weekly dose of unfiltered opinions, rants, and brutal honesty served with a side of sarcasm. No trend is safe, no hashtag is sacred. We're here to tear down every ridiculous, oversensitized, politically correct thing that's slowly ruining the world. So buckle up, because if you're into progress, safe spaces, or being nice, this podcast definitely isn't for you. We reject the now, and we're taking you down with us.
That's right.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
We're going to get right into it.
Yeah.
Jump
So
right
what's the
in.
topic tonight? What are we doing?
Well, today I went to the gym, and I had two things that
Your
made me
once a
very
month
angry.
gym visit?
No. I go all the time.
Do you?
The listeners at home can't see, but we're both very fit. And I went to the gym today, and I went around 3 p.m.
That's
there was just I know it was the only time I was able to go, and it was just riddled with these broccoli-haired little kids.
They're llamas.
They look like llamas. They stand around all the equipment. They bring their backpacks with them on the gym floor, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And then they just huddle around machines and or benches and never leave.
That's the worst part. See, I call those kids like kids who actually go to the gym but have never played a sport before, because that's where I learned how to lift. I worked out in high school, and the freshmen got yelled at by the seniors if you left a weight on the floor. The seniors would kick your ass and tell you to pick it up and put it back. You made sure that you didn't touch the music, because you weren't allowed to blast your music. You had to listen to their music. You had to clean your station. You had to clean up after them, actually. So they taught you proper gym etiquette. And if you're standing around, the coaches were there to kick your ass and tell you to get busy. So that's how I learned how to lift. And then I shared that knowledge with, my lifeguard buddies, and obviously you and others. And then you have these kids that see these influencers on TikTok and are like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym too. So they set up their freaking tripod and their book bag, and their supplements are everywhere. And they are like you said, they stand around one machine for freaking 40 minutes, not lifting, just talking to each other.
And every once in a while they hop on and they do a set.
Yeah. I feel like if I was behind them, like senior year, I'd be like doing this with my fist, getting ready to beat the crap out of them, or just toss them right into a dumpster.
Yeah, the gym at my high school was the same way. The older kids, the juniors and seniors that were on the football team, they were the ones who controlled the music. They were the ones who got to go on the bench first. You got to go on whatever machine was open or whatever was available at the time. There was a hierarchy.
Yep.
Because
because
there was defined roles and
there were unwritten rules. You just followed
bullying
blindly.
It was light bullying that worked.
Yep.
Because it kept you in line, and it taught you how to treat things and how to respect the gym.
You know what ruined the bullying in high school? You know what, because it got too far. Remember that, the high school, I think it was the lacrosse team, they were shoving stuff up some of the kids' asses. You remember that story? It was in the South. I forget what school, but they were literally taking freshmen and sodomizing them with things. So that's taking it too far.
That's a little bit too far.
Somewhere before that, though, it was working until you had one group of jackasses that took it way too far with the sodomy. That, we had a good system.
We had a good system, and our system was in place, and it was good. And then people got too relaxed, and people started just doing whatever they wanted because they were told that they could do whatever they wanted. And there was no one there to say no. And now these kids run amok all over the gym like it's like a playground, like they're little kids. And I had an awful workout. I didn't get a good workout in because all the machines were taken, all the weights were taken, all the benches were taken. So I had to pick and choose and try and find things that I could do. And I just did accessory work. I didn't do any main lifts or anything like that. I just did some minor stuff that I could do on the side because I needed to get a workout in, but I also didn't feel like fighting through the crowd of broccoli.
So what I'm hearing is you couldn't do your glamour muscles. You actually had to work different muscle groups. Is this a new thing?
It is a new thing.
For those of you at home, Pete is all bicep, no core muscle. He is like Mac from Always Sunny. He cannot scale the wall. He cannot do a backflip.
I did some forearms. I did some forearms.
You're all glamour muscle, Pete.
I did rotator cuff stuff.
What?
Light legs.
Rotator cuff.
Hey, I got to fix my rotator cuff. I had a surgery, in 2009.
Yeah.
Got to keep that.
I myself am bionic,
strong.
so I can't be hurt, but I understand people do get injured.
So not only that, then the staff is.
Oh yeah, you
the
said
same
you
age
fight with the staff.
Yeah, the staff is like the same age or slightly, probably in college age kids.
Most likely.
And there's like obviously adults that are the managers that are the ones in charge, but there's a rope climb like simulator type machine where it's just a never ending rope, and you can pull it up.
It just down. And you just pull it down.
Yeah. So
we got one of those.
I was doing that to finish off. This is a different day. I was doing back, and I like to do that as my finisher at the end to kind of just sap everything out of my lats and just go hard for a minute and then do that 3 times.
Yeah.
So there used to be 2 at my gym, and one of them is in the personal training area, which has a door, and you're not allowed to go in there because it's a sacred area that nobody like. This is a retro fitness. Who's going there and asking for a personal trainer? No one. Like you're going to go to like
a personal trainer at retro fitness.
You're going to go to a nice gym if you're going to go get personal training done. You're not going to do it at retro.
Yeah.
But anyway, they got rid of one of the machines. They had 2 of those machines, one in there, one out on the floor, and they got rid of the one on the floor and kept the one in there. So I walked by the room and there's nobody in there. The lights are off. So I kept the lights off, just walked right in, started my set.
So you tried to sneak in, obviously.
No, I do it every time I'm there. This is like this isn't new. Like they know that I go in there every time. And then
all right.
There's this one employee, this little girl who likes to tattletale on me because she's not the one who goes in there and actually says anything. She just tells somebody else to come in. So the manager came in and I said, I got 2 sets left. I'll be out of here in 2 minutes. No big deal. Nobody's using the room right now anyway. If someone is, I'll leave. Yeah. She's like, okay, no problem. Very good. No issue.
Yeah.
Then one of these little punks comes in.
Some punk.
And he comes in because the employees use that room as like their personal gym.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't personal training anybody. He just wanted to have a private space for him to work out at. So he didn't have to work out with everybody else and wait for the machines and wait for the weights and wait for all this crap. So he comes in and goes, hey, man, are you personal training right now? And I was like, nope.
No.
And he said,
I need a personal trainer.
Yeah, right. And then he was like, you got to leave this room. And I'm like, I got 2 more sets, or I got 1 more. I had 1 more at that point. I was in the middle of one, and he decided to try to talk to me while I'm in the middle of it, so I just had my headphones in. I kept my head down. I just blatantly ignored him while he was talking to me.
Nice.
Finished my set, took my headphone out. I was like, can I help you? And because he's not wearing retro fitness gear at all. He was just wearing a regular t-shirt. He was going to work out. He was going to work out himself.
Then civvies.
He tells me, you got to leave this room. This is for personal training only. I go, I got 1 more left, so I'm just going to do that one, and then I'll be good.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you can't work out in here. I go, so I said, well, I'm going to do it anyway. Because I'm going to do it anyway. Like, what are you going to do?
Power tools.
Physically, yeah, that's all right. We're
anyway.
Yeah, what are you going to physically remove me from the gym?
Seriously.
Like, shut up. Anyway,
that's a warning.
So then he's like, no, you're going to have to go. And I go, all right, well, I'm just going to do my set quick. I pop my headphone in. And when I hit my stopwatch, I put the volume down on my headphones so I could hear him.
Yeah.
There I go. Start climbing my fake rope. And he's like, well, and I just kept going, sorry, I can't hear you. My headphones are in. And I just kept finishing my set. And then he's like, well, next time I'm working, because he even admitted he wasn't even working at the time.
Yeah.
He goes, next time I'm working, I'm gonna make sure that you don't come in here. And I gave him the thumbs up and was like, all right, Chief. I called him Chief.
Yeah, nice.
just more disrespect. I was like, all right, Chief. I go, it's not gonna stop me. I'm just gonna keep coming in here anyway. I went, bye, have a good day, and walked out.
Nice.
And I went and talked to the manager about it and was like, you can't take away one machine and then put it in another room, and then expect me not to go in there when you removed something that I use all the time. I'm the only one in this entire gym that uses it. I've never seen anyone else on it.
Of course.
It's not that big of an issue, but
they have the same. They have the same area like situation, but ours isn't in a closed room. Ours is just to the side. So like they have one big rack and some weights and stuff. And when they're training, it's known like don't go over there. But if no one's training, they don't care. Like you just stay out of the trainer's way. It's kind of understood. So
like I'm not using their TRX.
Yeah,
I'm not using their squat racks. I'm not using the TRX. I'm not going in there to do my normal workout. I'm going in there to use this specific machine that's not located anywhere else in the gym.
Okay.
And they have this vendetta now. So now it's just going to be more of a game for me to constantly just go in there. Oh yeah, they like when I went up to talk to the manager afterwards at the desk, they were like looking up stuff, and they asked me my name, and I said, I know you're looking for which person
my name's
checked
Dave.
in. That's me. So I go, I have no problem telling you my name. I go, you could leave a note for the manager, like the owner, like to make the move and move this thing or something. I was like, because I said, I'm not going to stop. I go, you lock the doors. You're gonna cancel my membership? Like, go ahead. I'll go across the street to Planet Fitness. It's the same shit.
Basically, yeah. I mean, you're at a retro. It's not like it's that high end.
No,
go somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm not going to like Equinox.
Yeah,
where they
we're
like
not on that level yet.
Powder your nuts for you and stuff.
If this podcast hits, we're going to Equinox.
Oh yeah. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends.
Yeah, we need your support. We had a similar situation. We had a similar thing. Like my wife though got into it with a guy. He was using the what the hell was it? I think it was the vertical or the incline chest press. Mm-hmm. So like usually dudes can do like 2 plates each on that thing. My wife's little. She does like 15 pounds. So the guy has 2 plates on each side. He's finished. Doesn't wipe down the machine, but most people don't. So doesn't matter. He leaves both weights on there. He leaves 4 45-pound plates, and my wife wanted to use the machine. She says something to him, like, "Hey, are you going to take these off?" Like she could barely reach to take them off, let alone actually get them.
They're dangerous.
So I know someone who dropped one of those on his foot.
Yeah, that's me. For someone who put the plates back in the wrong place. Which is another gripe of these kids.
She said something to him. He's a younger guy, not teenager, but still like early 20s. Like obviously never went to the gym before. He's one of these like I'm a fitness enthusiast guys. And also didn't work out his legs. His legs are like this thin. So definitely skips leg day. So that's a no-no. And he leaves the freaking plates. He's like, well, somebody left them for me. And then I get into words with him saying like, that doesn't make it right. Re-rack your weights. Be a man. Don't leave those for women to get off that, because women use that machine a lot too. Like, be a man.
Was it a Smith machine?
Weights. Huh?
Was it a Smith machine?
Yeah, it was one you actually set the plates on the side, and it was the incline chest press.
Okay.
So I mean, and then
people do that at my gym all the time.
And from this point on, whenever we see him, like he gives me like some shit look, because I remember like he yelled something at me, and I yelled something at him back. I don't remember, but I was like, come over here or something like that. I don't know. It was a while ago, but
not even knowing what this kid looks like or describing him in any way, and you would destroy him.
Absolutely, especially since I don't skip leg day. I'll just kick him through a wall.
Spartan kick him.
That's 100%. If he's walking up to me and he said one word, it's just Spartan kick. High knee, like Guile from Street Fighter.
See, you know what would fix a lot of these issues? Some light bullying.
Yes, I agree. I in my lifeguarding, I believe, and I tell the kids this all the time, and they don't believe me. Light bullying works, and I bully the shit out of them, even the girls. To a certain extent, because when I see them walking around, not doing what they're supposed to be doing, not working out hard, like they're all supposed to swim in the ocean every day. When I see them just floating, I get on my board and I go out and I start like berating them. I'll get in my boat and I'll yell things at them as they're just like swimming, and I'll make them run. My goal every year is to make them run until one of them throws up. But
you need to do that.
Yes.
Because they need to be the best of the best. They need to have the cardio. They need to have the stamina. They need to have the skills to go save someone's life in the currents and the waves and all that kind of stuff.
And when we compete.
And yeah, well, the competition is not the most important.
Oh, it is.
Probably the saving the lives part.
No, competition.
No, we only do this for the glory.
We do it for the T-shirts and the free pizza at the end. But
they need to be in tip-top shape.
Yes. And like, unfortunately, no one's there. Like my football coaches, baseball coaches, I had a coach walk out on us once. He went home. He was so pissed off at us. Like, I remember getting called every name in the book by my football coaches. But it motivated you to work harder, be better.
Exactly.
Like,
and that's not the case anymore.
No. And that's
everyone is so afraid to say anything to anyone.
Yep.
Because they know, like, especially, well, if you want to talk about coaches and teachers and things like that, like, obviously they are kind of hamstrung with that. They can't say anything because then they're going to get, the kids are going to go home to their parents and they're going to tell the parents, hey, you know, my whatever did this. And then you're going to get a phone call and you're going to get on the principal's radar and you're going to, you know, get in trouble. Like my wife's grandfather was a legendary football coach, and one of my friends played for him, and he even the last year he coached when he was in his like 70s, he grabbed the quarterback after he didn't do a play correctly like 5 times in a row. He grabbed him by the face mask, and he's a short little Italian guy, and he yanked him down to him. This 6 foot
my coach too.
This 6 foot something quarterback. Yanked him down to his level, berated the shit out of him, and was like, go back out there and do it right. And you know what? That next play, he ran it exactly perfect. And then in the game, he did it again and ran it exactly perfect.
See, that's the difference. This isn't, people call it bullying, but really what it is, it's tough love. Okay? It's not to mock them. It's to wake them up.
It's to teach them accountability.
Yes.
There is no accountability anymore.
No, absolutely 100% not. This is why I don't teach anymore. Kids aren't held accountable for anything.
No.
Nothing.
And then you can see the product of that over the years. And you can definitely see it now.
I mean, you see it everywhere. You see it in sports. You see it in schoolwork. You see it in... Go
ahead.
I mean, you see it in basically just go to the mall and look at kids. The standards are zero. They are, especially when it comes to the obesity problem in the country.
Well, obviously.
I mean, our youth is lazy, flabby. I'm just picturing Arnold yelling in Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
To all the little kids.
That's what we need. We need
Arnold back.
We need to clone Arnold and start putting him.
Some people just couldn't die. Arnold Schwarzenegger should never leave this planet.
That'd be amazing.
He should like there should be a tier where you don't die. And like
if you like unlock enough missions,
yes, you become Highlander.
He unlocked 3 main storylines, not even side quests, in one lifetime.
Yes,
and now he's on his 4th one.
Yeah,
I mean, he did bodybuilding, became top of bodybuilding,
top of the world.
Then became the highest paid actor in Hollywood, the leading man.
Yep.
Then he went straight to trying to do politics and won the governorship.
Failed,
twice.
But still was governor of the biggest state in the country.
He went from not holding any public office to
he paved the way for Trump.
Winning the governorship and then winning re-election.
Yep.
And then left that, went back and did some acting, did some TV acting, and now his next chapter is becoming telling his life story and becoming a self-help person. And his book I think was on the New York Times bestseller list that he just came out with.
It's absolutely perfect. People like Arnold Schwarzenegger should tear up and never leave the planet because we need him.
Well, he could just talk to James Cameron and just get the robotics to
he should be the first. They said they're very close. They're very close to we could transfer our consciousness to AI or whatever. And they said by like 2035 they'll have it. He should be the first person. It's like
he's gonna last another 10 years.
Did you ever watch Upload?
Yeah, that's a good show.
That's basically we should do that, but with Arnold. He should be the first Upload, so we never lose him. And then Dolph Lundgren's next because he's even more incredible.
They should make an AI based off of Arnold's personality.
Should just scan his brain and let a computer duplicate it. I feel like that's a movie. We should write that down. Dolph Lundgren too. He should never die.
Write that down.
Never, ever, ever. His IQ is like 170. He's a double black belt.
He's got like multiple degrees too.
Yes, he's got an engineering. I think a chemist. He's a
I think he's got chemistry.
Freaking nuts. Actor, double black belt. He was freaking He-Man. Like, we need people like that to stay here. But once they're gone, they're gone. Like, there's not going to be another Hulk Hogan. There's not going to be another Stallone, Schwarzenegger. I mean, maybe Hemsworth. Maybe.
Oh, come on, look at him.
I mean, yes,
he could definitely be a Hulk.
Yes, he could.
He's going to play him in a movie.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know if that's true, but I'll definitely be there first.
Apparently, there's going to be a biopic, and after how big he got for Love and Thunder, they kind of like, I guess, just put a handlebar mustache on him when he didn't have a shirt on, and they were like, perfect.
I mean, I'll watch it. I'm sure he can play.
So would I.
It's fine. I'm going first night.
You see these guys, like this older generation, their bodies are breaking down a lot faster.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth has that series of that biohacking and stuff like that he does, and I feel like with all the advancements in science, that some of these action stars are going to have longer careers than the ones of our generation, for sure.
They might, yeah. Because I mean, technology and fitness have come a long way. Even though our country is fatter than ever and more disgusting than ever, the technology and the science has progressed so far. So if you actually want to be in shape, I mean, it's easier than ever before.
It was always easy.
It is, but the science is there.
The technology is what's hurting us. Everyone's sitting around playing video games.
Well, okay, yeah,
that's computers.
True. Well, that's what I'll say that with kids. The people
everybody wants to be a YouTuber.
Yeah, well,
it's like just get off your ass and go for a walk.
Yeah.
Like, I had a coworker who was very, very overweight, I'm talking like 4 plus. And when he was like, I'm going to start losing weight, he meal prepped his meals, stopped eating out. Eating out is one of the worst things you can do.
Oh yeah, worst things you can do.
For getting in shape.
For all those at home, do not eat out.
Cook your own food. Learn to cook your own food.
That's the number one skill.
It's a huge skill to have, to be able to, be like, no, I'm going to cook myself something to eat and not be reliant on someone else.
Before you leave high school, learn how to cook for yourself. Before you go to college, you will be a better person. And you could get girls to your apartment by telling them, I'm going to cook for you. That's how I did it.
Oh, yeah. That's the easiest. That's the easiest.
You drive our roommate Kevin so mad. Oh, you're going to cook for him again? I'm like, hell yeah. Of course, girls want a home-cooked meal.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Hell yeah. Go with what works.
And he was like, "Oh, I'll give them a bowl of granola and goji berries."
Play my stupid guitar.
I'll play my hacky sack in front of them, and if I can.
And he wondered why he never got any girls in college.
I'll hit it in the air 20 times in a row, and they'll be so impressed.
The girls want a sack.
So I looked up some statistics involving bullying and obesity.
Nice.
And in May of 1999, the state of Georgia enacted the first anti-bullying legislation.
See, Georgia,
and eventually all other states followed suit. So, and then California was the first state to enact cyberbullying, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, that's tough.
So then I looked up in the CDC obesity rates in the United States.
Oh my God! Can I guess?
From 1999,
what were they?
To 2017, 2018. It was 30.5% of adults classified as obese in 1999.
Okay.
And then in 2017, 2018,
can I guess?
It rose. Yeah, go ahead.
68% obese.
No.
Higher?
42.4%. So it increased 12%.
That's surprising. I thought it was going to be higher.
12% over, so almost
over
a percent.
10-year period?
It was over a 17-year period.
17-year period, 12 points.
12% increase.
Okay.
But think about the population
of the
United States.
Yeah.
And then the severe obesity
was raised
5%.
What's severe obesity? Because I think technically,
I guess
we might be
like
obese.
That. No, but like, I guess being that like, I need intervention or I'll die. Obese.
Okay, like they're gonna cut your feet off.
The ones who are like so fat they get fat. They get like fat on their forehead.
The fat donut. No, the hot dog neck.
Pork fingers. The girls on TV that say sodies. Like those chicks. Like,
you have to wash yourself with a rag on a stick.
Yeah,
like you can't reach your folds. Did you ever see The Whale? So basically, The Whale.
Yeah, pretty much The Whale.
The Whale. Weird.
So
movie. Yes,
I feel like
Fat Mac.
I feel like the increase in obesity.
You're turning into a chimichanga.
I'm cultivating mass. No, I'm just
cultivating mass.
No, you're not cultivating mass. You're carrying around a garbage bag filled with chimichangas.
Loving these Bahama shirts.
I feel like that the lack of bullying has increased. Well, I'm not even talking about just obesity. I'm talking about everything where everyone is free to just say and do. Like, obviously I believe in America and I believe in that you
your life yourself in your oblivion.
Life. It's your life. Yep. You can do whatever you want.
Yep.
But don't make me care about you, and also don't make me use my tax dollars to fix you because of your poor choice.
That's the part where, like, in America, I get it. Eat yourself into oblivion. I don't care. But that's the reason why we have to pay so much more for health insurance. I never go to the doctor, ever. Like, I have to be on my deathbed to go to the doctor. I'm usually a fairly healthy person, but the people who are morbidly obese, they go to the doctor all the time. They're on pills and regimens that could easily be avoided if they just weren't dangerously overweight. So they contribute to the high healthcare costs, first of all. And then we're expected to accept their lifestyle. I'm not going to accept a person who is 30 years old living out of a rascal scooter. I'm not going to accept that. I'm not going to allow you to wheel down the cereal aisle, skip the bran flakes, and grab the 10-pound bag of Fruit Loops and toss it into your little cart. I'm not going to accept.
Let's be honest. Nobody should be eating cereal for breakfast.
I mean,
no one should be eating cereal for breakfast. It's the worst thing you could eat.
You know what? I don't eat it for breakfast. I eat it as a snack later. Like, I don't eat ice cream like a lot of people. I like a bowl of cereal at night. Yeah, like you. I didn't want to fat shame you because
maybe we can get some ice cream sponsors.
Oh, maybe. See, I don't like ice cream though. That's not really.
I love ice cream. You don't like ice cream?
No. I mean, I like it. I just don't really care about it like you. You're an animal when it comes to ice cream.
It's my number one go-to for like late night if I want to like have a big cheat kind of thing. Is a pint of Ben and Jerry's.
A whole pint.
A whole pint. It's like 1,200 calories.
I thought we were fighting a woke, and you're buying Ben and Jerry's. They're the ultimate woke ice cream.
Yeah, but you know what?
Filthy hippies.
I also don't believe in these stupid idiots that do boycotts because at the end of the day, it doesn't affect them. If I don't eat my Ben and Jerry's, it's not gonna kill them.
Yeah, I know. The Bud Light one though, that one hurt. Bud Light boycott. Well, that one still hurt Budweiser.
That was a pretty big movement.
But like, that's the problem, that people are so like, they say, "Oh, we're obsessed. You're fat phobic and stuff." That's not it. I'm not going to accept that lifestyle because, one, it's extremely unhealthy. And I'm not a trained fitness person. I am not I didn't go to school for that. I'm not a doctor, but I have two eyes and I use my brain and I know a little bit about the human body. And I consider myself, that person is not going to live as long. That person is going to cost the country more money. That person is living a extremely unhealthy lifestyle that should not be celebrated. We should not be putting these obese whales on magazine covers, calling them beautiful, because that's
the other thing,
right?
When you go on Instagram and you see a picture of one of these like heifers squeezing themselves into like a dental floss, and like it gets like the bathing suit gets lost underneath their rolls, and then you go to the comment section and all it is women.
Play queen.
fire emoji. You're so beautiful. Wow, you're so hot. Like,
wow, they're gonna take your foot.
Like, they're like blatantly, clearly lying to this person, but they're too afraid, I guess, to hurt their feelings or tell them the truth.
You don't want to get canceled, so yeah,
well, not even that. They just don't want. They just don't want to hurt this person's feelings.
And and
it's like maybe they need their feelings hurt to kickstart them in the right direction.
That's the South Park episode, the safe space, where Cartman doesn't want any of his negative comments. He puts a picture of himself on Instagram with no shirt on, lifting. Don't I look buff? And then all the comments come in, and he starts freaking out because everyone's calling him fat and gross. And then they just filter them all out. Like, there's no reason for it.
A good account for people to follow, listeners. Going back also to our last episode about Disney World.
Oh, the Disney adults?
There's an account called, well, most Disney adults are obese. Let's just be honest. I'd say majority of them.
I'd say that's safe. I'll allow it.
There's an account called Plus Size Park Hoppers.
Oh my god!
This is one of my favorite accounts.
This is your dark depths of Instagram. For the viewers, the viewers at home, for the people listening, Pete here, my co-host, has the darkest, most effed up Instagram of all time. He has reached the ends of the internet. There is nothing left to shock you once you see the shit that pops up on his screen is shameful. I wanted to go to confession after scrolling through it.
It gets to a point where I'm at the point where I've pretty much seen everything on Instagram. I'm at the end.
Nothing left.
I beat it. I'm in the bonus level. I'm in the bonus level. I'm in the bonus stage.
And the coders put this special land that Pete is now in for Instagram that you can't reach.
It's accounts that have like 10 followers, and I get videos with 0 likes, and it's all people with like mental illness. Or like it, I don't even want to explain half of the other stuff.
I want to send it to your mother. I really do.
So anyway, Plus Size Park Hoppers. The only reason I follow this account is for the comments, because this account, the whole point of this account
is it a joke account or are they serious?
No, they are 100% serious. This is their job. Like they live in Boston or Massachusetts somewhere, and they're in Disney World like every other
hibernate in Boston for the winter.
Either that or they go down there. They have to go down there. Like I know they're using it as a business account now, so they can probably write off all their trips to Disney World. But like they're going down there and just probably filming insane amounts of content.
Yeah.
So they can just keep posting it. But
that makes sense.
Their account is 2x to 5x people. That's their group. There's no way one of them. There's no way one of them. There's no way one of that one's in a cart.
They just wheel them around. Christ, so he's too big for the scooter.
Fat giant women and then they show their video, and like the one person's always behind the rest of them walking, and they're all just like waddling, and you can like hear them breathing and stuff. And then the whole point of the account is, will they?
What rides can't we ride?
But all right, so I get it. Some rides it's hard to fit in. Like even for tall people, it's hard to fit in some rides. But like,
some of them were made in the 70s when there weren't such fat cows walking around.
No, I know, but that I understand. That's fine. If you want to put on where like you can see how they fit in rides, if you don't feel comfortable fitting in that ride, whatever, go ahead. But they have other videos where they see if they can fit in restaurants.
Oh, the boots?
No, just chairs.
Oh my god!
Like they said, the one of them, they're like, you're if you want to go eat at this restaurant, you're in luck because they have special chairs with no arms on them, so that you can make sure you fit in them. Right. And they call that those videos. If I fits, I sits. And the only reason I follow this account is for the comments. I go straight to the comments most of the time. I'll watch it until I've had my fill of them waddling and watching their knees slowly collapse underneath them, and then I just jump straight to the comments. Like I'm on one right here. It's like it's just a group photo in front of the Magic Kingdom. The first comment: "You are all getting bigger. This is sad. If only they spent this much time and money in the gym instead."
True.
Massive risk factors for an early death. Excuse the pun on massive.
Oh my god. But that's
It's just like the whole account. You scroll through it. And
do
you
they
just jump
even
straight
go
to the
on
comments.
rides, or are they just there for the snacks?
If they fit. Well, then they have other funny videos where they talk about what they ate in a day at the park.
Oh my God, I can't.
And they always say that they like split stuff, and then like
come on,
and it's like
I don't want to be bad.
It's like that meme of like the dachshund that's like looking at you like,
yeah. The suspicious like, dog. Oh, like, I'm not going to eat this whole turkey leg.
Of course you are.
Oh my God.
And then like,
but that's the weird thing.
One of them got Disney, salad and was like, too. I didn't really like the salad. And it's like, you
didn't eat that. You wouldn't eat salad if it was deep fried chocolate sauce. But like, that's the thing. You go to Disney. I've been to Disney. I check my Apple Watch. I do like 14 miles.
Oh yeah.
If you're a Disney adult and you go there on the regular, especially with like a DVC, you should be ripped. Unless you're scooting.
Yeah. The amount of cardio that you're doing.
Yes. You're walking 14 miles. I mean, even if you do a light day, you're still getting 8-9 miles going to a Disney park. I don't care.
Like when my parents go, my dad's 72 years old, and he has a bad knee because he's a little overweight, and he now, because his knee is so bad, there's like no cartilage left in it. Like sometimes if they're going to go to Epcot, which is the biggest park, most walking,
he gets the scoop.
He'll take this. He just started doing this now. He's not happy about it, but he takes.
But he's in his 70s. That's understandable.
He's 72 years old.
Yes. Like, any 72-year-old who needs a scooter for Disney, hats off to you. You earned it.
Yeah, go nuts. Go have fun.
If you're in your 30s and you're in that friggin' rascal scooter with a big balloon strapped to the back and eating your turkey leg, smoking a cigarette, having a big giant Diet Coke the size of a friggin' I don't even know bucket, F you. I'm going to tip your rascal over and run.
I'm going to cut the brakes.
I'm going to cut the... Are there brakes on that thing? I'm going to cut the brakes. I'm going to take your battery. I'm going to tip you into the water, and hopefully an alligator.
Tip you into the middle of the lake in Epcot.
Buena Vista. Ugh. I can't even... That place it breeds degeneracy on all levels, and the fat... side of Disney is ridiculous.
Well, that goes without saying. I'm not looking forward to the smells of the sweat.
God. Oh, well, you sweat. You're in
I sweat,
and you still
but I don't smell.
No,
I just
oh my
sweat.
God.
Like these are people smell because they can't clean all the crevices.
But that's the
thing. I feel like if maybe these and then they like this plus size park hopper people, they put out a video saying like that they read the negative comments and that they don't appreciate it and yada 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 yada.
Okay.
And I get it. Like you don't want you're trying to make an account. It's a business. But they also know that's views, that's engagement, that's driving their channel to where it is. It's not all people that are that love what you're doing.
It's probably half and half, I'd say. It's got to be half and half.
On Instagram, it takes the comments that have the most likes and puts them towards the top.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The most of the ones at the top are all fat related comments.
Yes. So more.
And then as you get down,
just like you.
Yeah, and then you scroll down, and then you get to the ones where they're like people actually asking questions, or people being like, "You guys are so pretty, and you guys are so. Where'd you get that outfit?" It's like, yeah, where'd you get that outfit? I don't know. Did you go buy a tarp? Like, come on.
Come
on. You went to the Moo Moo store?
Yes, I'm surprised Disney doesn't have a Moo Moo store in the park. Just a big, fat Mickey Mouse on the front, or one of the old. Remember the Disney cows? Remember that was a character that Walt Disney used to use a lot in like Fantasia, or the hippo. Just big Moo Moos. Forget it. Just go all the way at this point. It comes with a free bucket of popcorn and unlimited refills.
If it comes with an exclusive popcorn bucket,
more butter,
fatter just to get to that plateau.
Forget it.
Like when you go to the heart attack grill
status, and you get a
heart attack grill in Vegas
bucket.
Oh, you ever been there?
That place. Yeah.
Where they have the scale out front that they use to weigh like horses.
I think it's like $3.50 if you weigh.
I think if you're over $3.50, you eat for free. And I'm like, do you really need to eat at Heart Attack Grill? Like, why are you like reward? I understand it's Vegas and it's a gimmick, but why are you're rewarding people for? You're killing your customer base.
And these guys are going to die. And that's the thing. that's where the shaming comes in. Historically, we used to shame behavior like this. Public perception of this behavior used to be negative. If you were overweight, this overweight, I'm not talking about I carry an extra 20 pounds. I'm talking about you are 100 to 150 pounds overweight. We used to not allow that to be front and center accepted. And we were better for it. Shaming,
well, I don't understand what the science
cool.
community. What about the science community? I don't understand this. Like saying that these people that are grossly overweight are healthy people. They're not.
Yeah,
like,
I know. There's
nothing about them that's healthy.
No, nothing. And they'll say, well, doctors said I'm fine. No, they didn't. They're lying to you. There's
and you also have doctors
that are lying.
Then the doctors are you're a cash cow, emphasis on cow.
Exactly.
You're full of 19 different prescriptions. You're going to be coming in for all these different procedures and stuff like that. Meanwhile, people that are healthy and take care of themselves, eat properly, work out like us. I've never been on a prescription drug.
Never.
Like regularly, other than like antibiotics.
I take a vitamin.
I take my
daily vitamin. That's it. And I pay out of pocket for that. It's a vitamin.
I take my handful of supplements, as you know.
Yeah, well, you're different. I train no natural like Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger was so natural.
Schwarzenegger was so natural. Baby. I earned it.
All natural, except for what you're injecting into your bad butt cheek.
Like one of my goals in life is to not being on those pills. I don't want to be on a cholesterol pill. I don't want to be on diabetes. And I have sugar diabetes that runs in my family. I don't want to be taking insulin. So I watch my daily intake of sugar. I watch my daily intake of carbs. And because I don't want to be one of those people that I wake up every day, I've got to take my pills. Like, I don't want that.
Or I don't have my pills. What's going to happen? Like,
exactly.
I don't want a pill to dictate how my life is.
Nope. And everything
I feel like that's a good way to live.
You listen to Rogan, you listen to a lot of these other guys who are really deep and done a lot of research on, the human body and how to maintain it. Pills are not the answer. It's living a healthy lifestyle, moderation. You can drink, but don't get pissed drunk every weekend. You can eat. You can have a fried chicken sandwich every once in a while. Don't go to McDonald's every single. Yeah. There's people that do this. Go to McDonald's every friggin' day or Jersey Mike's every day and get a whole sub and a bag of chips and a soda. You can't.
I used to be that way.
Yeah. Well, when you were young, you can get away with it. When we were
not really
18, 19. Well, you were a little different.
When I was in high school, I was eating because we could leave campus for high school for lunch. So there was a Burger King
every day. Yeah.
There was a Burger King nearby, a Taco Bell, KFC. I went to Burger King and ate Burger King or every once in a while Taco Bell, KFC every day of every lunch in high school.
What did you do after school?
Nothing.
I
wasn't an athlete.
You didn't play hockey?
No.
In high school?
I didn't. We didn't have a hockey team in high school.
Oh, you didn't play club?
I played for fun.
Okay.
I didn't play like, and then like I wasn't out like work. I wasn't like I went to the gym every once in a while in high school, but I didn't like. I wasn't like.
Well, that's why when I found you in college, you were like Fat Pratt from Parks and Rec. Pratt from Jurassic World.
I went from Pratt, Parks and Rec in college to like Pratt, Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'll give you Jurassic World.
Jurassic World. You're not gonna give me Guardians of the Galaxy.
I mean, he was pretty much in the same shape. You see him working on his motorcycle in Jurassic World. His arms were popping.
Yeah.
But like Pratt was one of those dudes that just didn't like to work out either. Like they had to force him. Basically, you want this check, you got to get into shape.
And they didn't. He didn't want to do the eating either, because when he was on doing Jurassic World, he would post these Instagram stories of him with his snacks. And it was like a sprout. It was like sprouts in a roll up thing, and he's like, "Ooh, yum!"
Which I understand. Like I don't eat super well, but like I feel like if I was getting ready for a movie, I could get absolutely insane shape. And I wouldn't have to like torture myself over it. Like
that would be a dream.
Oh, absolutely. I would love
it. If a movie studio was like, "Hey, we want you to be in this movie, but we need you to get down to like sub 5% body fat,
like 190."
But we're gonna get you a personal trainer.
Oh,
We're going to get you
a
dietitian to cook all your meals for you, so you're on a specific meal plan. That would be like, sign me up. You wouldn't even have to pay me. Dude, I'll do it for free.
Well,
like,
if there's a nude scene, I got to get paid.
Obviously, you got to pay me.
I'll get scale. But that I would love it. I would embrace that because I would love to see how far I can push it. And like, I like setting goals, but that's another thing. That's the thing I think with the fat shaming thing and the whole body positivity movement, obese people and just overweight people, it seems like they don't want to set goals for themselves. Like me and you, we used to do a lot of those obstacle runs, and we wanted to do like all the different types, and we did. We went all the way up to the top one, setting goals so that we could, push through and go to that next tier.
Make that achievement and be like, wow, I can't believe I did that. Like it's an accomplishment feeling. Like when we got to the end of that one in Quebec. When we were literally scaling a mountain, and then by the time it was over, I was a broken person, but I felt so.
And where did we go after that race?
McDonald's. But
I was so hungry.
13 miles.
How many calories? We
climbed an entire double black diamond mountain multiple times.
Yeah,
that was the most insane thing I've ever done in my entire life.
But we did
the fact that we survived and we did it, and now we're better for it. Like we didn't injure ourselves. We were able to accomplish something. It's like these people just don't care about accomplishing anything in life.
That's the
thing. Just are like they're like, I'm a Discord mod. Oh, congratulations.
Yeah. Everyone thinks I'm cool online. No, they don't. They're lying.
My Reddit post got 30 upvotes.
Okay.
Like, no one cares.
Candy corn Oreos.
Can you walk around the block without stopping? Like, something needs to change.
Yeah, I feel like with all the moderators online for years, we've been shut down when it comes to this. But there needs to be a little bit less fat acceptance in general society. And on the same spectrum, you look at this too skinny stuff. Remember in the 90s when all the women had to be 80 pounds? Remember that?
Oh yeah.
That shouldn't come back. And that's not what we're saying. You look at Ariana Grande right now. She looks absolutely
disgusting.
Sick. She is 70 pounds. If she's actually sick, I feel bad for her. I hope she gets help. If she's just I don't know, on drugs and just not eating, somebody needs to shove a peanut butter and jelly and a club sub down that bitch's throat because she does not look
she's
well.
doing. I think she's
doing drugs.
A combo of I think she's either doing drugs. I don't also think she could be on Ozempic.
That would be
because she has bags under, because you get that Ozempic face, the bags under your eyes, and your eyes are more sunken and stuff. And she
look at that.
She just looks like it. One of the Kardashian dudes or whatever, he looks awful. And then I see pictures online of he opens his fridge on the show, and you can see the prescription boxes of the Ozempic in the door of his fridge. It's come on, man.
And
are you even trying?
For someone like Lizzo who's doing that, and she got shamed for being on it too from all the other facts.
Well, good. And she deserves it.
She needed to lose weight because the alternative was you're going to die when you're 40. And you wouldn't have been able to spend all that money. Oh, yeah, she's
an awful person.
Oh, she definitely is.
She was body positivity. Body positivity. All my, I'm beautiful. I'm big and beautiful. And then if you don't think so, then you're awful. And don't listen to my music. And then all of her backup dancers need to be plus size. And then she abused her backup dancers for they lost weight.
She's a terrible person.
She's an awful person. And now all of a sudden she's deciding to lose weight.
Because she realized she actually listened to an actual doctor, not some idiot, and said, "Look, you're going to die soon if you don't do something here."
Yeah, but that's the only reason she's doing it. Otherwise, she would just continue to be this fat, gross, disgusting woman and parading it on stage in a bikini.
I played James Madison's flute and then ate it.
Yeah, I lost it in one of my folds. I have, if you want to go be fat and you want to kill yourself, and eat yourself into a grave, I don't give a shit. Go ahead. It's America. Go nuts. But you don't need to shove it in my face. You don't need to make me feel bad. You don't need to make me feel bad for living the way that I live.
Nope.
And you're doing it to yourself. If you want to do all that stuff and you want to die or whatever, go nuts. But I'm not. That's not what I'm going to do. And I don't have to, accept you. And I don't need to be like, wow, you're so brave. You're so brave. Stunning and brave.
And you take that a step further. We should not have to reinvent the entire country, the way stuff works, for you. Stuff wasn't designed for 400-pound land cows. Like the rides in Disney. They were designed, a lot of them were designed in the 70s. There were no real obese people to ride these rides. And we're not going to reinvent airplanes and buses and chairs and all this other stuff just to accommodate a 400-pound slob so that he could say, well, I'm included too. No, sorry.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
I don't know. I literally don't know how some of these people squish themselves into airline seats because I barely fit.
I can barely fit them. I know.
My knees are up against the seat in front of me. My shoulders and elbows are over the armrests. I'm like, how am I barely fitting? And I feel bad about the person.
I think they have to buy 2 seats.
I keep my one arm just like plastered to my body, and then by the time I get, you said I sweat a lot. By the time I get out of the plane, there's visible pit stains on the front of my shirt because it's soaked so much.
You got to generate.
I generate so much heat. I don't know what it is.
I'm a hot animal. You got to get those shots.
Pete, it's so hot right now. So
hot right now, Pete. I think they have to buy 2 seats. A lot of them have to purchase the double seat and move that armrest up.
And then they have a problem with that. And I'm like,
no, they get mad. Well,
if you have a problem,
2 tickets. But
if you have a problem with it,
the plane can't take off. We have extra ballast because of you.
That's the other thing. That's the other thing that drives me absolutely insane. My bag is 1 pound overweight.
Oh my God.
Yet I'm sitting in one seat and the person next to me is like double my weight.
Yeah.
How does make it make sense? Is it to protect is it the union like TSA people that like have to pick up my bag?
They can't pick up 50 pounds.
Like their union was like 50 pounds is where we hit our limit. We don't have to lift bags heavier than 50 pounds because then our workers will get hurt. It's got to be a union thing. There's no way it's not. Like there's got to be a union with these luggage handlers that they can't lift something heavier than 50 pounds unless it's like specifically marked so they don't throw their backs out or whatever.
It's an arbitrary number. We all know this. And if they're going to do it with our luggage, they should do it with the passengers. We should have to weigh in. As soon as you get like we're going to a prize fight, strip down, weigh in at the TSA.
That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing.
Weight, and then, all right, I don't have to pay any extra because I'm not a friggin' animal.
Like if there was a chart of like different, they give it the male and female. Well, we don't want to get into that because you don't want to get into that. But age and weight and like all that factored in rather than the airline companies just like arbitrarily throwing numbers out. Like I just booked a flight when I wanted to Vegas or to Disney. There's nobody on the plane. There's like 5 seats taken, and yet my tickets were still like $450 when normally going to Orlando is like $150. And I'm like, why? There's no one on the flight. Why am I paying so much?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Which doesn't make any sense. There's some kind of algorithm or supply. I don't know how it works. There's supply, demand, and algorithm. And if you search something too much, then the prices go up. Yeah, and it's like such a scam that I don't understand. Now this will be a whole nother episode. That and purchase another episode with purchasing cars. That's a whole.
I'm not even allowed to do that. My wife handles that. I can't be trusted in a car lot.
That's a whole nother rant. So maybe we should end it there.
Yeah, but here's the moral. Here's the big finale. I feel like every other.
Here's your Jerry Springer.
The big close. What grinds my gears, whatever. Every other unhealthy action in our country has been kept in place. Like we all still shame people. We know you drink too much. You're a drunk. You're you don't belong in society. We know we shame smokers now. You're not allowed to smoke anywhere, not even outside in some places. We shame gambling addicts. We shame all these same people that we've done forever, rightfully so, because their actions not only hurt themselves, they hurt society, they hurt their family. The one that seems to have gone away is the fat shaming, because we're all expected to accept the fact that it's okay to be 70 pounds, it's okay to be 500 pounds. Hey, we'll even give you a show on TLC and call it, my fat sister or my fat friend. Like, this needs to end, because we have to get back to a medium, a reasonable level of competency or just accountability, like you said before, for ourselves, our diets, and our fitness level. No one's saying you have to go run a marathon, but you certainly should be going outside every day for a walk.
Yeah, you should be able to get up off your couch and walk.
Yes.
Those are two very big things. Getting up off of a couch is one of the biggest
without sweating.
Without heaving yourself and going,
Big Mac's mom. Bad Mac.
All right, so we're gonna end it there.
Yeah.
Before next episode, go out.
It's almost time for my next feeding.
Go enjoy the weather outside or wherever you live, and go for a nice walk. And
you
know what? Why don't you know what you should do? You should just go for a walk and listen to this podcast.
Hell yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
And that's a good way to spend an hour.
We'll love you for it.
All right. Well. All right. That's it.
Good second episode. I love it.